and welcome back to another Geek Panda Tech unboxing video. So today we have the Yunglong Ceiling Fan, and it's a smart fan, it's also a light, it does everything. So I know it's been a while, but we are back, we have lots to get through, lots to explore. Let's just open up the box here. There we go, your instruction manual there. Ceiling fan with light, and it's in the sun shape. If you can hear in the background, it's the cat having fun in the box that this came in. They do love their boxes, don't they? I'm sure he's going to pop on screen at some point so you can all say hello. And then there's also an instruction manual here for the app and the controller, the remote. So that's all in there. Let's get into the box itself. So you are first greeted with the actual impeller. There you go, the actual fan blades. They're all together, so there's no putting anything together on there. And you've got your bag of bits. So the nut to secure it on, some wiring accessories, some raw plugs. Everything you can need extra really to fit it. Then you've got the main unit itself. Let me just pop another box down there to the side. You've got each individual light fin, all wrapped up and protected, as you can see. And then you've got this big unit that actually fits onto the ceiling. And if we flip that over, inside you've got the remote, control box. Let's see if I've just quickly got some snips to remove this. So you've got remote control, which also comes with a wall mount in there as well, so you can just fit that onto your wall. And they take two AAA batteries. So what I'm going to do today is I'm just going to go away for a second, I'm going to get all the blades unwrapped, and then we're going to go through, I'm quickly going to just put them together, and then I'm going to come back and I'm going to actually fit this onto the ceiling in the studio here to show exactly how it's done and how easy it can be. So I'll catch you back in a moment. So now we've got our little spanner there, and all we need to do is get each light fitting, pull the wires through, and you can see that there's two holes where the wires go into, and they then match up on the inside of the actual unit here. Now I've found that it's easier for me to undo the nut from it, push the thread through, and actually screw that in first. First one's always a bit tricky depending on the angle. Just take your time, make sure the angle of the thread's right, make sure it's screwing in nicely. You don't want to put any pressure against it really. Or if you find it easier, take it out, take the thread through, screw it in. You can just see that in the bottom corner there. Screw that in until you can't really screw anymore. And then screw it back up, find your nut, pull that down and just screw that over the thread. Now you can do it all in one go, but there's nothing halfway down the thread that stops you screwing the nut too far. So to make sure there's a good connection, I prefer to take the thread through first to make sure that I'm actually securing where I need to secure to. Just find that one. Now I'll just finger tighten them for now, let them all go in, and then we'll go around and tighten them up with the spanner. So just working our way around now. I had a few issues with one of the threads. One of them there was a little bit, it hadn't quite been finished on the end, so I just had to take a little bit off with the file. And I think I've found out that if I stick the threads through and actually just thread them on the table here, it just gives me a little bit more access to the actual blade to find the thread a bit easier. Obviously, the reason why it's not done for you is, you know, it would be a lot easier to damage than shipping if it was put together already. And obviously it'd be a lot bigger box, so it's a little bit tedious, but it's not too taxing. And the good thing is that if anything breaks, they can supply you with the parts to get it fixed if you need to, so each of the blades can be replaced if there's ever a problem. Just going to carry on going around like this. And you might find you've got to try and keep the blades all in the right order. But there's plenty of wire on them. Don't be afraid to kind of move it around if you need to. So as I've mentioned already, this is actually it's smart controlled. And it's got the controller, so you can control it on an app, you can control it with your smart speaker, which is what I really wanted. I'm a big smart speaker kind of person. So you can control the fan, you can control the lights, all separately. The lights, you've got 3 different settings of temperature. So you've got cool, you've got normal, and you've got warm. So you can match any kind of setting. And then you've got different brightnesses on the lights as well. It goes from 0% brightness all the way up to 100, which is really bright. And I think it's a really cool design as well. They do a couple of other designs as well. And then the fan speed, you've got 6 speeds on the fan, which you can choose from, which number 6 is like full on wind. I've had the one installed in my room now for probably about a month, and it's been fabulous. I actually started off with a bigger unit that didn't have the smart speaker from a different company, and that had a bigger fan on it, but I didn't need it. I just didn't need it. So I swapped it out for this one, and this one's been brilliant. So you can see the wires across there, so we just turn it around so they're in the right position, and we'll just speed this back up again now. Now we'll just go around and we'll nip up each of these nuts. They're there, but they're all obviously pre-wired up, and it's like a big daisy chain, so it's there to give it enough length to be packed up in the correct way, and then obviously gives you enough space to kind of put it together as well. So. And then, as you saw me take off earlier, you've got the main bracket which secures it to the ceiling, so you've got plenty of options on there to be able to secure it up to wherever you need to. And it's got a big span on it as well. I'd probably say that's at least like, what, 20 centimeters. So it's a big unit, but it means, you know, you keep everything hidden away up in here. You've got the control box in there. You don't have to go into the ceiling anymore in terms of a hole. So other units that I've seen, the control box has to live in the ceiling because there's not enough room to mount it up into the actual roof, or into the box here, sorry. So what we're going to do is just flip this over now so you can see kind of the design you'll be seeing from underneath. And we're just going to put the impeller on. So it's really easy, it's just got a little cutout in here which lines up to this little pin that you've got down on the thread. So just slot that on, locate it, there you go, so that's dropped in now. And then this is a backwards nut. You just spin that on, keep a little bit of a tension on the actual centre of the blades there until it's nice and tight. There's lots of grip points on there, so that is not going to come free. And that is where we're going to leave this one. We will come back when we're going to fit it onto the ceiling. That will be part 2. So thank you for joining me for this one. I hope you've enjoyed. Very glad to be back. Got some other things happening. So yeah, thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next one.